Good, happy Thursday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Thursday evening edition of WRMK News 12. We have a lot of news to get to on this Thursday evening, so let's get started now. First up, 2 shot by Border Patrol agents during a vehicle stop in Portland. 2 people were shot Thursday afternoon during an encounter with U.S. Custom and Border Protection agents in Portland, Oregon, authorities said. In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security said Border Patrol agents were conducting a targeted vehicle stop when the shooting occurred. DHS alleged that both the driver and a passenger had ties to the Tren de Aragua gang, though it did not provide evidence to support that claim. The agency said the passenger was suspected of involvement in a recent shooting in Portland. According to DHS, agents identified themselves to the occupants of the vehicle, at which point the driver attempted to strike officers with the car. Fearing for his life and safety, an agent fired a defensive shot. In a statement said, the driver then fled the scene with the passenger, DHS added. Portland police said officers responded around 2:20 p.m. local time to a report of a shooting in the city's Holtzwood neighborhood. Minutes later, officers were alerted that a man who had been shot was calling for help. Officers responded and found a male and female with apparent gunshot wounds, Portland police said in a news release. Officers applied a tourniquet and summoned emergency medical personnel. Both individuals were transported to a hospital. Their conditions were not immediately known. Police later determined that the injuries were a result of an encounter involving federal agents. The shooting came a day after a fatal encounter in Minneapolis, where a 37-year-old woman was shot by an immigration and custom enforcement officer. That incident prompted protests and sparked a dispute between federal officials, who described the shooting as self-defense, and local officials who have challenged that account. We are still in the early stages of this incident, Portland Police Chief Bob Day said. We understand the heightened emotions and tensions many are feeling in the wake of the shooting in Minneapolis, but I'm asking the community to remain calm as we work to learn more. St. Elsim College lacrosse player shot by police during a domestic dispute in Oregon. A senior lacrosse player at St. Elsim College was shot by police earlier Tuesday while officers were responding to a reported domestic disturbance in Albany, authorities said. The college confirmed that Maverick Loin, 21, was injured when Albany police officers responded to a call involving a disturbance at a residence. Police said officers encountered an individual at the scene who was armed with a knife. 2 officers fired their weapons, striking the person holding the knife. According to a police statement, Loin was transported to a hospital for treatment. His condition has not been released. Court documents provided details leading up to the incident. According to an affidavit, Loy's older brother, John Derek Loin, is accused of holding him hostage at knife point inside the home. The affidavit states that the brother's father contacted police after watching live video from a camera inside the house that allegedly showed John Dakota Loin holding a knife while confronting his younger brother. Police said they reviewed the footage which showed John Dakota Loin with a knife in his hand, and Maverick Loin could be heard urging him to put the weapon down. Investigators wrote that Maverick Loin eventually grabbed a knife, prompting a struggle between the two brothers. Derek asks if he can trust Maverick with it, and Maverick holds the knife away from him. Police wrote Maverick holds Derek's knife hand away from him as well. After the struggle, John Dakota Loin allegedly led his brother out of the kitchen and told him to put on shoes, according to an affidavit. The affidavit does not describe the moments when police fired their weapons, and a police press release did not specify how much time elapsed between officers' arrival and the shooting. No police officers were injured and no other individuals were hurt during the incident. In a written statement, St. Anselm College said it was aware that one of its students had been hospitalized. We are in touch with the family and are working to support the student and his family during this difficult time, the statement said. The officers involved in the shooting were placed on administrative leave in line with the department policy and state law, police said. John Dakota Loin was charged with multiple felonial counts, including second-degree kidnapping, attempted second-degree assault, unlawful use of a weapon, and coinyoing, as well as misdemeanor charges of menacing and reckless endangerment. Maverick Loin, a native of Albany and a graduate of New Hampton School, has recorded 43 goals and 14 assists over the first 3 years of his college lacrosse career. Residents rally in Merrimack over rumored federal immigration facility. A crowd of protesters gathered outside Merrimack Town Hall on Thursday to voice opposition to a rumored plan to locate federal immigration facility in southern New Hampshire town. The demonstration followed the fatal shooting of a woman by Immigration and Custom Enforcement agents in Minneapolis, an incident that has sparked protests nationwide. In Merrimack, hundreds of residents assembled outside the town hall as the town council convened inside shortly after 7 p.m. Protesters said their message was clear. They do not want ICE facility built in Merrimack or anywhere else in New Hampshire. The concern were fueled by a recent Washington Post report suggesting the town, despite its small population but significant corporate and industrial footprint, could be considered for an immigration detainee processing center. The article cited the possibility of converting vacant warehouses into temporary housing for between 500 to 1,000 people. ICE needs to be reformed from the top down to the bottom up, said former U.S. Senator Gordon Humphrey, who attended the protest. While the potential facility was not listed on the town council's meeting agenda, residents were expected to raise the issue during public comment period. I feel like we're being taken advantage of by the federal government, said a Merrimack resident. With all the questions people are concerned about, I haven't seen the government particularly interested in allaying our fears. Town officials, along with New Hampshire Governor Kelly Ayotte, said they are not aware of any plans to establish an ICE facility in Merrimack. Hampton taxpayers challenge property revaluations in a lawsuit against the town. A group of Hampton taxpayers is suing the town, arguing that recent property revaluation led to unfair and unconstitutional tax increase. Roughly 300 people crowded into a courthouse Thursday for a hearing on the town's motion to dismiss the lawsuit. The turnout was so large that some attendees were forced to watch from the courthouse lobby or outside in the parking lot. The plaintiff alleged that following a state-mandated revaluation of property taxes and assessment values in 2024, property taxes rose by 13.4% compared with 2023, while the town-wide assessment increased by 54%. They argued the revolution disproportionately targeted beach properties rather than applying informal access to all neighborhoods. According to the lawsuit, the town rallied heavily on market value in determining assessments, a method the plaintiff says is flawed because homeowners only realize that value if they sell their property. They contended the new valuations will ultimately price long-time residents out of Hampton. We're not lawyers. We might not have done it 100%, but I can tell you that we've done it more than anyone else has ever done before, said the plaintiff. And people here, the turnout, we've been trying to get a turnout in New Hampshire like that for a long time, so it's awesome. Town officials are asking the court to dismiss the lawsuit, arguing that it lacks jurisdiction. They say state law provides specific procedures for property owners who wish to challenge their assessment, and that the plaintiffs failed to follow those established channels. It appears to me that the argument here is not about popularity, about how the property values are determined in the tax system, said the town council member Susan Laurie. The judge did not issue an immediate ruling, saying she would take the matter under advisement. Bedford tolls on the Everett Turnpike go cashless as All-E-ZPass systems takes effect. Drivers traveling the Everett Turnpike through Bedford will soon see a major change at the tolls. Cash payments will no longer be accepted. The All-E-ZPass system takes effect at 10 p.m. Thursday when toll collectors at the Bedford Plaza work their final shifts. While toll booths will remain in place, every lane will transition to E-ZPass only service. For longtime toll collector Poppy Zalotz, the change makes the end of an era. Zalotz has worked on the turnpike for nearly 20 years, including the past several at the Bedford tolls. I love it here in Bedford, she said. It's a small toll, so everybody's close. We're like a family. It's like a second home. Over the years, Zalotz has become part of many drivers' daily routine, often exchanging brief conversations during their commutes. It's a fun job, she said. People think it's boring, but it's not. You meet so many people. Some motorists, she said, share more than just a greeting. Sometimes they tell me their whole life story, Zillow recalled. I say, I'm sorry, ma'am, I've got a line of cars in the back. Zillow said her booth has offered a front row seat to a wide range of encounters. A regular come with birds, with cats, with dogs, a snake, she said. We have some who come by all the time. Winter, summertime, no t-shirt, just his shorts. After completing her final shift in Bedford, Zillow will be reassigned to the toll plaza in Hooksett. State transportation officials said drivers should continue to slow to posted 25-mile-per-hour speed limits while passing through the toll area, noting that construction will continue through the spring. They also encouraging motorists who have not already done so to enroll in E-ZPass ahead of the transition. And that does it for this Thursday evening edition of WRMK News 12. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great rest of your Thursday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another broadcast. Good night and goodbye.